Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars at Hancock-Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Jaguars will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. The Chanticleers offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coach... about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
The great thing about running a bootleg is it gets the quarterback outside the pocket right now. It allows him to use his athleticism. You got to drop back. You got to use your eyes. You got to play the pass first, and then all of a sudden he takes off and chews up yards so quickly.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Spins it out to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Chanticleers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare game last week, David.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jenkins. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And you've seen the evolution solution to these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Jaguars line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Coastal Carolina has the Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. It's Simpkins. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
That's caught. It's English. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Chanticleers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It's a nice job on the pass rush defensively. Just couldn't quite get there in time. They delivered the hit, but not before the quarterback completed the throw.
Quick strike complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Jaguars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls it, fires to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads and fires complete. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. The Jaguars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Davenport. Puts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It'll be a draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you run into...
Touchdown, Jaguars! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the shot to clears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Brown wants to pass. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's South Alabama holding the lead, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Making side adjustments here. They'll go back to the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The shot that clears will punt this one away. He's got great speed. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the Jaguars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass ball.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Back swinging for the goal line. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina has it in the Chanticleer offense heading back to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab down the middle. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And the Chanticleer is racing to the line in a hurry-up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. With the catch, it's Simpkins. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. And the Chanticleers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Sets up the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Floating away. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He might want another play. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Big guy smells it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Brown. Incomplete yet get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Brown. Next, going for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking to fire. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Caught on the outside, it's Thomas.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Brown will throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Found the spot in the defense. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The shot that clears, trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. That's reeled in. It's Simpkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Brown wants to pass. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Coleman? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Davenport. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Jaguars moving quickly to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. back in motion, try to clear the picture. Brown will throw it. That's caught. It's Simpkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the shot to clears decide to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Gonna swing it on second down. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to run it. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Jaguars will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity.
It's a running room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the 3-ball gives us a tie. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over South Carolina. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, South Alabama. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Chanticleers send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. The lone back's got it. Powers through the defender.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Throws for the tight end. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Jaguars! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
So nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Brown will throw it. Release to the back. Pulls it in. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. downfield on first down. The throw. It's complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Grab near the marker. It's English. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Wants to throw on first down. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. And the shot to clears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Complete. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. He got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, shot to clear.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
27, Coastal Carolina, 20.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference.
Turning it on! And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Scanning the field, it's Davenport. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And the Jaguars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Jaguars look to keep this drive humming. It's a draw. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bullock. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Alabama. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Quarterback may change this route. Brown wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab down the left side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's English. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The shot that clears will hustle to the line. Wants to keep it in the air. Here comes the heat. The short hands. It's Tucker. Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Brown will throw it. Finds his back in the middle. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Coastal! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
South Alabama, 34. Coastal Carolina, 26.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
To the air, it's Davenport. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. The Jaguars want to pick up the tempo. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Bullock. Breaks the tackle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Hunt is on its way. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. The offense changing the play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires left. Got him downfield. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
3rd and long. Defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throwing right. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
Catch in the middle, it's Tucker. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W.
Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Noles will kick it away to start. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the game. Coming out with it, it's Williams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, returning to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man, it's Morton. With the catch, it's Hudson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time, the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. The Red Raiders come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Just keeps slinging it. Got it in stride inside the 20. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Morton. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The extra point here would tie the game.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The sure hands, it's Thomas. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's White. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action, maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. At the 20. And he has taken it off.
if you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Blackwell. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play.
14, Florida State, 7.
They've got a first down here to open the period. On the direct snap, it's Lucas. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact on those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Castellanos. Finds his man, it's Robinson. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pulls it in, it's Robinson. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Castellanos. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Castellanos. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Castellanos. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a hole. And sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks just, they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. They'll run play action. Now he'll throw back into the middle. It's caught downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Second down.
That's That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Makes the catch. It's Gentry. Got room at the 35. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Starting to feel a little pressure. At the 45 on his way. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Might be looking to run. He's going to take off. Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Now adjusting. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, it's Morton. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long from end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
One more snap coming before halftime. On the direct snap, it's Castellanos. There he goes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. What was good? Texas Tech, 21. Florida State, 7.
And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back in the red start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Morton. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize fourth down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by fourth down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. With jet sweep pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
Snatch it at the 30, still running. Off and running. Touchdown, Red Raider. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football, I got the speed, I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He unleashes a long one. Reels it in down the left side. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I can throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Slings it. Makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Turning on the Jets. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Seminoles in the hurry up. Now from inside the red zone. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes a grab down the middle. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down will open up the final period. And they'll take a knee. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down from the 36.
It's tough, man. On third down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a fourth and very manageable situation.
Dynasty.